I became a world champion yesterday. Well, a roan horse world champion, anyway. So let's talk about it. A lot of questions in my comments were, okay, if you're a world champion, does that mean the entire world was there? Does that mean a bunch of countries were participating in this one event and you were the best out of all of them? I'm going to explain this the best way that I know how. So all of my horses are registered with the American Quarter Horse Association. The American Quarter Horse Association is rooted in the United States of America. That's where our headquarters are. That's where the breed originated. Now, they are everywhere though. They're international. So even my stallions sired foals in Australia, France, Germany, the UK, Canada, abroad, right? So there are multiple countries that participate in quarter horse shows. Now, yesterday's World Championship show was the Roan Horse Association. So stock breeds as a whole use quarter horses as the foundation. So there's the American Quarter Horse, which again, founded in the United States of America. And then there's these color breeds that branch off of it. So the American Paint Horse is also, again, founded in the United States of America. And so that's where the headquarters is. That's where the World Championship show is. They are all stock breeds. And so to have like your end of the year big shebang, that show that everyone's working towards, where the best of the best get together, they call it the World Championship Show. Because guess what? Even though that association was founded in the United States, which is why the World Championship Show is held in the United States, it is open to the world. And guess what? Those breeds are found all over the world. Don't let me lose you. We will get to the Roan Horse World Show in a moment. I need you to understand the colors first. So the quarter horse, this huge registry, it's the foundation of this stock horse breed, and in my opinion is kind of the standard, right, for these types of classes and this standard of conformation movement, that kind of deal. Then there are color registries of stock horses. So that's going to be your paint horse. That's going to be your Appaloosa. Now the paint horses and the Appaloosas breed with quarter horses. Quarter horses do not breed with paints unless it's double registered. Honestly, I can't explain that to you in this video. It blows my brain. And then Appaloosas can breed with quarter horses, but quarter horses can't breed with Appaloosas, if that makes sense. So those are two separate breed registries. Then there are color registries. So you've got buckskin, you've got Palomino. I'm sure I'm missing stuff. Don't get on to me. I'm trying to explain things in a broad way, right? So for instance, my mare Sophie, she is registered as both an American Quarter Horse and as a buckskin horse in the buckskin registry. So they have their own sets of shows. You have to be registered within a stock horse registry first, and then you can register in a color registry. And so they have shows that are just for buckskins. And then at the end of the year, they have their big shebang, their big show, which is they usually either call it the World Show or the Congress or the Nationals or some big word to signify like, hey, this is our end goal. This is our big shebang where the best of the best get together and compete. Now, are these world shows and congresses and nationals for these color registries as big? No, because it's such a more limited pool of horses because they have to be that color. Is it still fun? And can it still be prestigious? And can it still be hard to be competitive at those types of shows? Sure, absolutely. So that brings me to the Roan World Show, which is a newer registry. So that means it's just not as big. The word hasn't gotten out about it yet. And the way to build prestige in an organization or in an event is getting people to participate and then making it to where it's difficult. And so this year, I think there was a great turnout. Each year it gets bigger. They did open it up to where you don't have to be roan. You can also be roan bred, meaning one of the parents has to be roan for you to be eligible to be in the registry and to show. I think it was a very fun time, and I encourage you to come out next year if you've got a roan horse or a roan bred horse. I will be back. But a lot of people were just confused when we were throwing around the words world champion even though some of the classes were small and it seemed very limited. And so I just wanted to give some clarification as to that verbiage and how it gets used within the stock breeds. And, I think definitely, the quarter horse world show, the paint horse world show, those absolutely are like the most prestigious. They're the largest. They have a Pinto World Show. They have a Color Breed Congress. Like, there's so many different shows within the stock breed world that are huge and prestigious, and they use, nationals and world champion and stuff like that. There's a lot of opportunities there. So yes, it is open to the world, but we so happen to live in the space that this registry and organization was created. So it's definitely heavier on the United States participation. I will say, I know for a fact at the American Quarter Horse World Show and Congress, there are lots of international people, horses. A lot of the times people will have their horses trained here in the United States and then fly over and come compete. I remember being a youth kid at the Youth World, and it was a really big deal to showcase all of the countries that were participating. I remember like Sweden, Germany, Great Britain, Israel. Like there was so many countries that would participate at this one world show. So it does happen, but because the breed is originated in our country, that's why the world show's here. And it seems like it's just the United States. I hope that made sense. Let me know if you have any more questions.